Hello, it's Mike once again, back with tip number 28 from our top 100 tips, tools, and life lessons from the Insight One Awakening Heart Seminar. We're going to look at something that many, if not all of us, do to some degree, called complaining. Certainly, you know some people in your life that tend to complain, and if you're really honest with yourself, it's likely that you do your fair share of complaining as well. I will acknowledge that I have my moments. But we're going to link complaining back to our theme of choice, because oftentimes we don't reference those two together. Like when we think about complaining, we don't tend to think of our own personal choice in that matter. But what are we really doing when we're complaining? A couple of things to notice. Really be aware of what's happening when we're complaining. Oftentimes when we're complaining, it creates a sense of taking false action, but really has us avoiding making a choice. So if we're complaining about something we don't like about somebody or some aspect of life, is there a choice we can make there to actually put that the way we want it to? Can we actually engage in some level of action or communication that can shift the thing that we feel isn't right? So if we're complaining, we think something is not the way it should be. Again, we'll explore shoulds later on, but there's something or someone that's behaving or doing something that we don't think it's the way it should be. So if we want to actually address that really, then is there an action we can take? Is there a choice we can make to help to address that situation in a way that could reduce whatever it is that we feel is out of alignment with how we think it should be? We also want to look at this dynamic we talked about in games about right-wrong, in terms of the tendency when we're complaining is making somebody else wrong so we can feel right. And again, so much of the Insight Seminar is about noticing these inner patterns and how do we get more awareness of them, bringing them up to the surface so we can make more effective choices. Complaining oftentimes means we're avoiding making a choice or avoiding taking some kind of action. And it also might be stimulated by some desire in us to want to be right and make somebody else wrong. So take some time to notice the next time you notice yourself complaining and ask yourself, is there a choice I could be making here? Could I be doing something or saying something that could actually address the situation so that I won't be complaining about it in the future? Or are you simply liking running the pattern that you can get to feel right about making somebody else or something else wrong? Bring some awareness to that. Find the example that works for you. Again, thanks for listening. Check out Insight Boston at insightboston.org, globally at insightseminars.org, and certainly check out what's happening in your local Insight community. Have a great day.